My movie In His Steps is now available on DVD at all your favorite Christian retailers. Go to inhisstepsmovie.com to pick up your copy today. Thanks.
Oh. Hello again, Mr. Researcher here. I'm afraid the storyteller still isn't back and I can't get this silly thing to work, so looks like I get to do the review again. Yay! Well, this week I'll be looking at a prequel to a film that the storyteller has looked at previously. This one is about a retiree who goes back to college to combat the forces of evolution. Is it worth watching? Find out when I look at Gramps Goes to College on this week's Indy Christian Review. As I said, this movie is the prequel to In Gramps' Shoes, and once again stars writer Donald James Parker as the titular Gramps, though his name is actually Ty Bounds. Having just retired, Ty explains to his workout buddy that he feels led to go back to college and try to have an impact in the lives of the young, impressionable minds there. As one may imagine, once he's there, he's often met with skepticism and misunderstandings due to his age.
What's the matter? Don't you have any sexagenarians ever stay in his dorm?
What?
Sexagenarian. It means someone who's 60-something years old.
Oh.
He said 60-something. Ty quickly becomes the talk of the campus when he stands up to a professor who's notorious for destroying the faith of new students. Despite earning the nickname Gramps from the less impressed students, his courage and words do inspire several other students, including his roommate Brad, played by Courageous' Rusty Martin, Brad's girlfriend Stephanie, and her roommate Michaela. However, Ty also makes many enemies, including the professor and the campus jock, who becomes threatened by Ty's own athletic abilities. Now, I found this film to be very fascinating. While it does have many production flaws, it also has some very interesting strengths. For one, the acting is quite better than in the previous film, and the scenarios do flow quite naturally. I do feel that the film's biggest weakness is its reliance upon telling rather than showing. Granted, a large part of the film is Ty debating creationism versus evolution with several characters, and condensing arguments simply for runtime's sake would really do a disservice to both sides. Isn't that right, God's not dead? Now, Mr. Parker has gone on record to say that he does make his films with the intention of making numerous points, even if they're not entirely all related to each other. However, regardless of intentions, the rule of narrative film is really show, don't tell, so the constant talkiness does knock off some points in my book. However, that said, characters' motivations and reactions are quite realistic. Conflicts only escalate after a fairly natural progression of events, and the professor doesn't become a hostile megalomaniac when Ty stands up to her. Now, I should mention for those with more delicate sensibilities that several characters do drink alcohol and become drunk, and there are some instances of mild language. And a critical moment for several of the characters does rely upon some, shall we say, unexpected theology. Not what I was expecting to see, and definitely good for discussion. But let's leave it at that just for the sake of no spoilers. Now, I also really do appreciate the example set by the character of Ty of an older man willing to invest his life and wisdom into the younger generations, and seeing those younger generations respond respectfully to him. The respect of the elderly is something that is sorely lacking in our culture, even the Christian culture, so this was very refreshing to see. Overall, I would say that Gramps Goes to College is a worthwhile film to watch, and that you can actually enjoy independent of its predecessor/sequel. Well, that's all I really have to say. Hopefully the storyteller will be back next week so I can go back to researching and not reviewing. Until then, may God bless you, and may God bless independent Christian films.
Now, it sounds to me like Unicron has assumed some sort of gaseous form that allows him to absorb the energy from anyone he touches, with the unfortunate side effect of destroying that unfortunate soul. Do you have any way to stop him? If we had something that could beat Unicron, we wouldn't have been defeated by him all those years ago and conquered. What, you don't learn from your mistakes? Hey, don't even. You have no idea what he put us through. Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to keep that from happening in my universe, okay? We don't have the technology you do. If he gets back to full strength, we won't stand a chance. Aren't you friends with a Time Lord?
Yeah, not anymore.
Alright, well. Yeah, I think I have something that might help you.
A tripod?
Look, I don't exactly have Nasada resources here. I work with what I can get. Yeah, I used a tripod for the outer casing. But inside is a very sophisticated, experimental, energy-disrupting cannon. One shot from this should wipe Genericron out, causing him to dissipate.
Dissipate?
Yeah. Now, this could either be a temporary effect, or it could destroy him. Are you prepared for that, storyteller?